Are we ever going to discuss which of those
No.
theories was right?
Never.
Come on, Marco. That'd be kind of interesting if they just left you hanging with that
No,
one.
that
and
would
never
not be
answered it.
interesting. Not at all. You said that Sheer and you have been leaving that note for us to find, depending on the situation. Has Sheer been jumping through timelines as well?
No. She only did it once. By mistake to boot. Was it one that we're aware of? Did we see it happen?
She died a bunch of times.
She did die a lot.
By mistake?
She interrupted me down in the basement. The very first time I wanted to jump. Because she did that, her consciousness jumped back in time instead. Oh, really? As for me, well, I did follow suit, but not the way I was supposed to. Not only did my consciousness get sent back in time, but my whole body as well, along with the book. That's how there were 2 copies of it.
Wait, you don't mean...
Yes, there were 2 copies of Marco Olvason too.
When did that happen?
It was such a convenient coincidence that I appeared at the same time the other me was preparing the potion down in the basement. All I needed to do was knock him out and take his place. Nobody would know the difference.
Haha.
I stuffed my other self in the wardrobe you guys so eagerly tended to open at the times. But I also changed him back to his true self before doing that. I was hoping he simply wouldn't wake up anymore. I'm not your son, Marco. I just borrowed his name. Damn.
So we do have a son. Or not.
It was the first thing that came to my mind when I had introduced myself as someone else, or at least we told him about what we would name our kid if we had one.
Gotcha. You? Feather?
I figured.
Well, we thought that for a while, but then we were like, oh,
Marco.
Ew, creepy.
Well, you could say I'm Feather, but at the same time, I'm not Feather anymore. Feather and I, we're sort of like the same entity, but we're not the same person. I'm someone who holds access to all of Feather's memories, while not having any memories of my own.
How?
I didn't have any memories before I came into existence, that is.
I'm very confused, but okay. So the fact that you could both exist at the same time, it was because that spell duplicated you?
Just imagine Feather's surprise. I told you, didn't I? That Feather couldn't stay inside the barrier anymore since he had already used up his mana pool. Well, this was his way of trying to trick the barrier. He used a time spell on himself. He wanted to send himself back in time and make his body revert to the point when his mana pool wasn't used up yet. What the spell actually did, though, I think it simply modified his soul's essence to a small degree. But it did give the desired outcome. I look younger, and the barrier does think I'm a different person altogether, with a new mana pool at my disposal. I don't feel like Feather anymore. I look at him as a separate person. And honestly, I'm pretty critical in regards to his way of thinking, in case that wasn't obvious yet. I find it hard to even identify with him. Both our views and feelings were different.
So wait. Feather's consciousness is simply stuck somewhere inside of you?
No. He's not stuck anywhere. He's just a part of me, like I am a part of him. I'm still Feather Marco, a different Feather, and I'm also Marco now.
So the whole flirting and then your sudden backpedaling, was that all an act? Was this whole thing just a game to you?
It wasn't just a game. Look, I do have insight into your history with Feather, but none of those things happened with the current me. When we got closer, it all felt new to me. And surprisingly different.
Different?
I don't want to make you upset, but I don't think Feather ever truly loved you, Mariko.
Did we think he did?
Hell, that guy doesn't even know what love is.
And you do? I don't get this, Marco. Is this spell permanent? Are you going to stay like this forever now?
I can still change back. The plan always was for me to change back once this whole thing was over. And if I do change back, I'll go back to being Feather. Once that happens, I won't be able to change into Marco ever again. The same thing applies the other way around. Once I stay too long like this, I won't be able to change back to Feather anymore either. So this decision needs to be made sometime soon.
What would be your decision?
To be completely honest, being Feather was easier in a lot of ways. Not only does he not care about a lot of things I find myself caring about, he's also a lot more stable emotionally than I am. Meanwhile, being the way I am now is kind of scary. Let me tell you, being a teenager for a second time in your life sucks.
Are your hormones running rampant again?
Don't even get me started on that. The prospect of staying like this for long years to come.
Right. You won't age while being Marco either, right? You would basically be stuck in the body of a teenager for another eternity.
Well, it could have always been worse. At least I don't look 5. And all in all, I also got to experience new things while being like this, so I'm not really complaining.
Things like what?
Things like letting myself trust someone, for instance. It took time, and it still scares the hell out of me, but... What if we get some fresh air?
Doesn't look like the barrier dislocated that much on this side.
You know, you tried using the soul stone with Feather once. It was a waste of a stone.
Is that why you think we're incompatible? But you're different now, aren't you? Why do you think it's still a bad idea in itself?
Because there's something Feather's been keeping secret from you. He never found the courage to tell you about something very crucial to your life, and that's probably the reason why the whole trust thing never worked with you.
Does that have anything to do with fiancés? The fact that he was apparently betrothed to my granddaughter?
No, it's not that. For the record, that was family arranged. Anne was Feather's fiancée before he even got to meet her.
I don't remember this. Who's Anne? What granddaughter?
Wait, Anne?
Who's Anne?
I'm starting to wonder the whole thing, that same thing right now, too. Who's Anne?
I don't know. They're like, my granddaughter? I'm like, what granddaughter?
You had a granddaughter?
I don't know.
I mean, I know
From that
we
portrait?
had Oh, I didn't even remember that. Was that supposed to be our... Huh.
I don't know. I'm very confused, but I guess maybe they'll explain it. Were we supposed to know about this? Because I'm like completely like...
I don't... Well, to be fair, and you guys probably know, it's been a while since we played this game.
Yes, it has been a very long time.
A month or two even.
So I'm like, am I supposed to know about this?
Wait. The demon that was pursuing us, wasn't that related to us? It was like our sister, right?
Yes.
But I thought that was Anne, maybe. Maybe it wasn't Anne.
Whatever. We'll just keep playing, I guess. Figure it out.
I'm trying to think for a second. Is there something that I'm forgetting?
I don't think they necessarily said
Nate wasn't our sister.
I think
a relative.
Yeah, I think they said relative.
We were related somehow.
Yeah, so maybe that's Anne.
I don't know why I assumed sister. I thought I was mentioning sister, but maybe not.
I probably just made that up because they looked similar in age, and I was like, oh, sister.
Okay.
So we have had children then, at least one.
Yeah, well, we had that scene. It had to be like something that actually happened. It had to have some actual basis, I guess. So we did have a child at some point. And I guess that child had a child too. So that, hence granddaughter Anne, which we had no recollection of.
Nope.
Or just forgot entirely somehow. He wasn't very happy about the whole idea.
I see. Well then, whatever that secret is, why don't you tell me about it now then? It's not like we have much to lose at this point, do we?
I suppose. How much did Feather tell you?
Well, he told me that he appeared from another timeline. That his mother had sent him when did he say this? That his mother had sent him 50 years into the past.
No, I do remember this part. There's something about his mother was the first one to do the spell.
When we were like with the dragon? Like back then?
No, he told us.
Yeah.
When we were connecting.
Oh, okay.
In the post-Siobhan's route.
Okay.
When we got into Feather's route, he talked about his mother a little bit.
Okay, sure.
I remember the details, but yeah. I do remember that, like something about his mother trying to do it. Something about his mother. It's been a while.
And then he wanted to kill me at first, but he didn't.
He told you more than I expected he would then. But I'm guessing he didn't give you the full story. After Feather appeared in this timeline, he wanted to change history so that the things he ran away from wouldn't come back to haunt him again. Didn't it ever occur to you that it was a tad too convenient that he appeared back in that forest to help you?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I figured he was the cause of it. Marco, it was no coincidence that your mansion went up in flames. That was all Feather's doing. He wanted to get rid of the whole Blair Note bloodline altogether. He went after your cousins, uncles, aunts. And in the end, he went after your mother and you.
Why does he hate my family? Is he also the reason why my father never came back home?
Aww,
no,
that's horrible.
No, that was just different.
Yeah, your father's just a drunk. No.
Yes.
That's horrible. No, Feather wasn't responsible for that.
Oh.
Your father went missing when you were 6, didn't he? Feather wasn't in this timeline back at that point yet.
But he was the reason why my mother died.
That's true, yeah.
And also the reason why Ishin...
Aww.
That's just mean. And despite all this, he just...
Like he said, he wanted to kill you like all the others at first. But then he figured that he's changed history enough as it is. You were the sole survivor of the Blair Nose. And something about you intrigued him.
Well, I am pretty beautiful, just saying.
He assumed that you wouldn't survive the ritual he offered to perform for Ishin and you to begin with. So then, if he killed all the other Blair Nose and we were still young then we had to have the child afterwards for us to have a grandchild.
Yes.
So was it with him after all?
I don't know.
No, he said he never had a child.
Yeah, well, he could be lying.
Or is that from a different timeline altogether? Yeah, because Ishin was alive in that time. Okay, I'm so confused. But you did survive. And then the moment you introduced yourself, he was already thinking of ways to kill you. Then he decided to use you as a guinea pig for the potion, so he stayed with you for those couple of years until he finally figured out how to mix the ingredients together. To his surprise, you survived drinking it yet again.
Haha.
You just wouldn't die, Marika.
Like Rasputin.
And then despite everything, you stayed and looked after him when he drank the potion himself. Feather didn't really have the heart to kill you at that point anymore. Just don't get me wrong. What Feather did was horrible, and it's not my intention to justify his actions in any way. But I know it might be out of place for me since I shouldn't speak for Feather while I'm like this. But right now, at this very moment, I do regret the things I did. I guess what I'm asking here for is your forgiveness. Wow.
Save.
Yeah, indeed. It's complicated. Okay.
What is life?
What is life? What?
I'm so confused. What do I do?
I don't know, because on one hand, he is kind of like a new person now, so we can't hold it against him.
Right. I feel like we have to forgive him. I mean, we've gone this far.
I guess we have to, but I don't know. This is kind of like, you had your reasons, but that was kind of like more like Feather's reasons.
Right.
He's kind of like a Feather plus extra.
Feather with an asterisk.
Feather with an asterisk, yes. The artist formerly known as Feather.
Yes.
Or the necromancer formerly known. I guess we'll go with you had your reasons, even though they're kind of different reasons. And honestly, I don't really approve of those reasons anyway, but whatever.
You had your reasons. Honestly, I'm not sure if I wouldn't have done the same thing in your case. Besides, if you hadn't done the things you did, I'd be dead right now. In a roundabout way, you actually saved my life.
If you want to look at it that way, I suppose I did. Still, sorry for making things so difficult for you.
It's just something I'll have to live with at this point.
Or not, depending on how quickly we die here. I'm actually grateful to you for everything you've done for me.
Marco. Well, even if we manage to merge this time around, there's always a chance we might get killed confronting that demon, right? What do you say we make use of the time we have left?
Honestly, you and Feather are so much alike in so many ways at this point. Even with your memories gone.
Oh, that's what we meant?
Getting into people's pants seems to be a big hobby
I
of
didn't
yours.
know that's what we meant by saying that.
Oh, of course it's what we meant. Not that I'm complaining. I just find it amusing, that's all.
Yeah, she really, that is her main objective in life, I think.
You know, technically I haven't done anything in 2 months.
Okay.
Are you sure you'll be able to handle me?
Oh.
What? I mean, well, we could have said that after all. We actually had something more innocent in mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to say here, though?
Well, I guess we just have to go for it. This is Mariko. That's how she rolls.
I mean, it'd be awkward going back on it now.
I know. I'm the one who should be asking that question. Marco, you were almost dying a little while ago.
Are you sure you have the stamina? Well, I might not live up to the same standards
there you go.
Feather did as far as stamina goes, but...
It's cute seeing you admit that.
Cute?
But I was actually worried about your well-being. Are you even feeling up to something like this?
Is that supposed to be a trick question?
Why? Because we said
I
the
guess
word
that's
up?
a yes.
Oh. Wait, why are
Marco?
we in the kitchen?
Well, hey, back in the bathhouse when you kissed me. For the first time in my life, I felt, well, butterflies in my stomach. Feather was over 80 years
Ew.
old, and he never experienced that kind of feeling. I
Ew,
think
just
that says
thinking
something.
about it.
That makes it sound awkward.
I know, it really does. Ew. Is that what
Well, to
you...
be fair, we're supposed to be like 60 or something ourselves, probably, in that case.
Probably. Is that what you were so surprised about? And then you backed away.
Because it scared me.
It scared you?
Up to that point, I did see our interactions in a different light. I tried flirting with you, and you flirted back. It was a fun game, and I didn't mind playing. But then, things started to get serious. I thought I wouldn't really care either way. But that single moment, it actually made me hesitate. All of a sudden, I hate the idea of leaving you to your death. That's why I left the page for you, hoping it might help you in any way, even though I knew it was hopeless to begin with. The only thing that made me want to stick to my plans at that point was the fact that I knew I would see you again in another timeline, the next moment anyway. That's what kept me going. I needed to stick to my plans if I wanted us to have another chance of getting out of here alive. It's kind of ironic, really. Feather wanted to do everything in his power to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, at this very moment, I want to do everything in my power to keep you alive.
Marco. Does it still scare you?
Yes. I don't really know what love is supposed to feel like.
Like this.
But I'll admit, what I'm feeling for you right now is pretty overwhelming. It's way stronger than anything I've ever experienced before.
I want to kiss him right now.
We should probably move upstairs.
Fade to black.
Shira could walk in
Fade to
on
black.
us.
Shira could walk in on us anywhere. He's right, you know.
Oh,
Shira? Just keep it down.
man.
Where are you? I want to be able to hear my own thoughts.
Just like right behind him eating. I've been here the whole time, you idiots.
Why is she here? It's like so awkward. She just happened to come along. What a third wheel. I believe you're up to the task of becoming my personal heater again. All these lines.
That's her pet name for Marco at this point. If that's what the lady wishes. This time it's on the house, just for you.
Yes. Wait.
Marika.
Damn it. No, did we fade to black? Are we done? Yes.
I will try using the stone with you in this form.
Although it's still not fair.
That kind of combination will hold lesser risks.
Just realized that's
Yeah, it's
not
funny
what I
how
wanted.
some of them had more scenes than the others.
The girls.
Yeah, it's mostly the girls, to be fair.
The boys didn't have to do shit. Oh, so angry. Well, except for Shira. But that was voiced by a girl, so it doesn't count. Damn it.
And I'm more powerful like this, as far as magic goes anyway.
You're more powerful like this?
The fact that I turned physically weaker, it strengthened my spells, yes?
What do you know?
But after that, if we do manage to kill that demon and survival this, personally, I wouldn't mind changing back into Feather. Oh, really?
But what happened to the feather that... Is he still in the basement? What happened to him?
I don't know. Because there were the two in the one timeline before,
Right.
so then he should be here somewhere. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
I'll just
Perish
leave
the
him
thought.
there.
That was always the plan, and that's been something I assumed would happen all along. But at the same time, being like this has kind of grown on me. I wouldn't mind staying the way I am right now either. So make up your mind, Marco. Both options have their good and bad sides. So...
I can't make that decision for... No. I can't make a
I
decision
would like you to make
for
that
you.
decision for me.
That's bullshit. You want me to decide? It's your life.
Yes. Let this be your decision, Marco.
I hate you.
I want you to choose which version of me you prefer.
Which version do you think I prefer? You honestly want to leave something like that up to me? You're the one who's going to live like this. If you did change back, would your feelings for me change?
I have no idea. There's no telling what might happen. Whether I'll still care for you the way I do right now, or if something might change. For all I know, I could go back to being the asshole I always was. So keep that in mind. I don't know what we're gonna decide here. Yeah, let's use you.
He honestly wants to leave this up to me?
It's all on you. I don't know what to do here.
Well, I mean, we can just save and do both.
Why not both? Yes, of course. Oh man, I don't know what's gonna be like the good and bad option though. That's what I'm wondering about. Which one do you want to do first then?
Well, we'll just start from the top. We'll stay as Mirko.
Oh,
What?
I see how it is.
Why?
Try to make yourself seem as least involved as you could, so you don't take any of the blame.
I like you the way you are right now, Marco.
Who am I to blame if this goes wrong now?
I don't want you to disappear.
Just the luck of where they put the option, I guess.
Even if that means Feather won't be coming back anymore.
The interesting thing was, just in Feather's favor to say it just now real quick, is that he did give us the advice at the end of his route, which allowed us to do all this.
That's true.
So he did make a decision in the end to sacrifice himself for someone else.
That's true.
So it did show that he could change in some way, potentially.
That's true.
Now,
Maybe
whether
that's
he
true.
had in mind that we could do this and resurrect him, maybe that was his end game.
That's
You
true.
have to think on like multiple dimensions with him.
With him, yeah.
You know, like playing 8-dimensional chess with this guy.
Maybe that's for the best anyway. We could start things anew.
Really? You'd like me to stay with you after everything?
Yes. As long as you're fine with it.
If you really feel that way,
I need to have somebody to have sex with at every moment, Marco.
I'd like to give us a second chance as well. No, a first chance.
Aw.
It's not the man I used to be, and I never will. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to pull off the things Feather sometimes did, even if I tried.
So, no more horrors?
No more whores. Definitely no more whores.
Okay. Never say never, Marco.
Oh,
I might be into
Well,
that.
if we're into that too, you never know. Well, unless you want some yourself.
I definitely do.
Then we'll have all the whores in the world.
We can have our own whorehouse.
A harem. Come on, let's do this. Wait, everyone inside the game, we all just get together in a harem ending.
Well, we did.
Wait, is that it?
Oh. Wait, didn't things always happen after the music?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or not?
Maybe.
Did they? I don't remember now.
What if they just end like this time?
Well, then I guess that was a good ending. Can we skip this?
Well, it's good to know. Oh, that's true. I think we can. I wasn't sure if anything happened different, but probably not. Let's see. Oh, wait, I can't skip it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, this one. Okay. Well, it's the last one anyway.
We have to
Well,
get
the second to last
We
one.
have to do one more.
That's true. So how do you think it's going to play out? What's your thoughts before we head into it?
I think they will both be success stories.
You'll be happy? It'll work out? Everything will be good?
Yes. Because Mariko isn't like a super lovey-dovey girl anyway. So I think it'll be okay.
I guess that's true.
She just like wants to have sex all the time.
What did you do?
I knocked over a box of tissues.
Oh, how could you?
I was trying not to knock over
So
my water
reckless.
bottle.
Trying to destroy everything at the end of this game.
Whores! I demand whores!
The whores! Never say never to whores.
Never.
Okay. It's gonna be like right after this. So let's see. The music is playing out in the background. That's great.
There you are.
There's who. What?
Is this the beginning again?
Are we out?
I don't remember.
No, we're out.
Oh, we
I
are.
think. Yeah.
He's got a shirt on again. This is, well, another shirt. This is where Feather and I met, isn't it? Any particular reason why you came here?
Just felt a little nostalgic, I guess. And the view here was always magnificent. Whoa, everything's changing.
Can't argue with that one. Apris has been awake for 3 days now. He'll probably pass out soon.
Oh no, still have the problem with Apris.
Oh.
We haven't resolved that yet somehow.
Yvonne said she'll be the one to drink the potion this time, but...
Isn't it ironic, Mariko? We got rid of one demon, now we're involved with another. They just can't seem to leave us alone. It's like we're cursed or something.
Well, hopefully this will be the last of them.
After we fix Apris' problem, do you think we could go somewhere? Somewhere far away from here. We should probably leave for a few years anyway. The townspeople might start getting suspicious of us soon again. Or of you at least. So yes, we should settle somewhere for a year or 5. Just the 2 of us.
You sound like an old man, Marco.
Well, he is. Well, I do happen to be 80 years old. Don't say that though, it sounds so weird.
No, touché. But I do like that idea. A change of scenery would be nice. I'd love to see more of the outside world, especially when I remember so little of it.
Perhaps. It would be better if you never did get all your memories back. Oh no. Some things will be new and exciting for you once again. Oh, that's true. We've probably done a bunch of stuff before. And to be honest,
Yeah, we were kind of a bitch.
I like you the way you are right now. Well, we weren't necessarily a bitch. What do we do that's bitchy?
Weren't we like killing people left and right? Weren't we like evil?
I don't know if we were killing people, were we?
I don't know. They implied that we had.
Alright, maybe we did. I don't remember. It's been a while.
I'm less damaged, you mean?
Something like that. You remind me more of the Marco I first met.
The child?
And you know, I'm starting to think that people just aren't designed to live longer than they should.
Well, duh.
Being nearly immortal gets to your head sooner or later.
Watching people around you grow old, feeling excluded and things like that.
But to be fair, if they only live to be 80 and 60, there's people that live over 80
Yeah.
and 60 right now.
Yeah.
And they're not
My
totally
grandma is older than
evil
him.
and corrupt, like Marco and Marco are. Or I should say Feather instead of... Well, whatever. It's confusing still to do with their names. Whatever. And are we ever really going to get over the fact that he's named himself after what we would have named our son? That's kind of weird still.
Did we actually
Still
have
kinda
a
weird.
son named Marco? Or was it a girl?
That is the question. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you have me. Admit it. You didn't kill me because you were lonely. Oh well, I'll try to keep you entertained for as long as I can.
Let's hope we could last a while. Thank you for everything, Marco. We don't want to get bored. I'm happy I met you. Aww.
Oh my god, what is that?
The Marco true end.
Look at
Brewing
him.
a love potion.
Congratulations. There are no clues.
to be found Marco's true route.
So that potion on his neck this whole time was like the anti-sleep spell.
You've reached the ending of this route, but I've only seen a small part of the full story. The whole truth about SoulSet's events and characters will only be unveiled after exploring all possible branches and choices. I invite you to keep playing and exploring the story.
Yeah, but we've done most of them. But now we have to go back and make him be Feather.
I wonder if there's still some segment of the game we haven't played which reveals that stuff about the granddaughter.
Could be.
You think that might be it? Because I really don't remember that.
Me neither.
I remember the demon girl and that she's somehow relayed to us. And I feel like that was her name too. What was it? I forgot the name.
Anne.
Was it Anne? Anne, yeah. I feel like that name was familiar. Like they mentioned that.
Well, maybe we didn't get a few bad ends, but I don't remember.
Maybe.
Well, let's just do the Feather one first.
Definitely. Okay. All right. Later, Mutic. Thanks for the advice.
So cute. So fluffy.
Oh, we have this, of course. I wonder if this plays out any differently. I just did this. Oh, wait. It goes... Okay, yeah. I'll have to make the choice. Don't get ahead of yourself, mister. There we go. It's...
August. Up.
It's August right now, yes. Go back to being... This seems so rude.
I know, right?
Go back to being Feather.
You're ugly. If you're sure about this, I'd like you to go back to being Feather. Aw, look at
that.
That
seems so sad. That
face.
seems like... Oh, such a... I hate any of this one. It seems so sad.
Well,
All right. That's what you want. I won't complain.
He did originally say he wanted to be him, though.
Though it still baffles me. After everything he's done. Just what do you see in that guy, Marco?
It's hard to put into words.
It's an odd feeling, being jealous of another part of yourself.
Aw, you're jealous?
I always was. But not only like this. To be completely honest, whenever you flirted with me, all those times, a part of me was always jealous of that.
What?
The relationship we had with Feather before, I guess? I suppose the Feather in me is jealous that I took his place. Oh, I see. So maybe there's still some hope left for that guy after all.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Forget it. May I have just one last request?
What is it? A kiss.
Could you kiss me one last time?
Of course.
Aww. Poor Marco.
I know. The other ending was way better.
Probably. I mean, you still haven't seen everything yet. So can I skip this one? Probably not.
You must read the credits again.
Yeah. Probably because it's like supposed to be the final ending of the game.
Right.
So if you had skipped up until now, you finally have to see who made the game now.
We already know who made the game.
Indeed. Oh man, I feel bad for Marco now.
Aww.
I feel so bad.
But we gave him a happy ending.
We did. Hopefully Feather's not a complete jerk.
Oh, he is.
I hope not.
Horse.
We'll see.
Just
Bring on the horse.
this is gonna be all he says, and it just
No
ends.
choice.
Fades to black.
I'm just gonna open up in a whorehouse.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
Well, and I'm glad that in the end no one lost their limb after all. I was worried, very, very worried about that at first.
Yes.
Yeah, for a second I'm like, wait, that isn't Apris's arm, is it? I hope not.
I thought it looked like Shear's hand because she had like something on her arms, but it was Marco.
That's true too. Yeah, a lot of people had things around their arms or some kind of decorative
I guess
thing.
I never paid attention to his hands.
Oh,
Marco's.
here we go. Is the Sleeping Beauty going to wake up?
Feather.
Rise and shine, love.
He called me love. Did we?
We did. It's over.
So what's that shit in the background?
I have to admit, though, you surprised me.
It's always been there.
The light? Yeah, I don't know what the light is. In the end, you preferred the cynical asshole over the caring boy.
Caring boy, my ass. Marco is more fucked in the head than you are.
Well, I'm not sure if I agree with that exact. Harsh words from Marco, although I guess I'll never hear them.
Jeez.
Even with your memories gone, I suppose I really damaged you over all those years.
I like my taste the way it is, Feather.
Of course you do. What's not to love about you?
Is that sarcasm?
Not this time. The brat made me understand a lot of things. How did you ever manage to put up with me, Mariko?
I'm still wondering about that myself. I suppose I'm just as crazy as you are.
Crazier. I must say, though, that was an eye-opening experience in more ways than one. I promise to treat you better from now on.
Can I trust your promises, though? Who are you, and what have you done to the real Feather?
So yes, he does have some change, or at least he says he has some change. I believe a certain fake redhead is to blame for his disappearance. That certain redhead.
With fake emerald green eyes. Or fake, like, slightly
There we
less
go, the
emerald
feather
green.
true end.
Yeah, what?
That's right, because when we had the other feather
it was
ending,
normal end, right?
it was the normal ending, yes. And I was wondering, is there a true ending we can get from this? But this is how you get the feather true ending.
Yay.
Indeed. There are no clues to be found in
This
Marco's
is not
true
Marco's
end. Hey,
true end.
Misleading. Very misleading. Well, there we have it. So that was definitely shorter. I think we know which one we consider to be the true canon ending
Yes.
in this, and that would be
The caring boy.
the caring boy, yes. The fake redhead.
I don't want
Why
him
is he
to
still
be...
faking his red hair?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well,
Go
whatever.
away.
I guess it's up to him.
I like the black hair better. And the emerald eyes
his
as opposed to the
emeralder,
green.
The emeralder.
Yes.
They're more emerald than the other ones. I was confused about that. I'm like, wait, did he have red eyes or something? I'm like, I don't even know.
He definitely had green eyes.
Like, I'm sure they must have been different if they're saying that. I'm like, oh, they are slightly different.
They're like
but-
Kelly green instead of like emerald green, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, let's look over the clues one last time. I mean, we've gotten them all at this point, obviously. Let's see, is there... Try to see if there's an extras menu. Go to the start menu. Because I think we pretty much got everything we could think of.
Ah, the CG gallery.
No, there's
one
something
we didn't
that's
get.
locked. I don't know what that could be, though.
Is that the only one?
Probably one of the few, at least.
Yeah, it's only one.
So there is
Does
something
it tell
we didn't
you if
get.
you like hover over it what it is? No.
No, there's something we didn't get around to. I don't know what it is.
Oh God.
Well, at some point, maybe I'll try to figure out what the heck it is that we the hand, what it is that we missed out on. Because there has to be something in the game about that whole like granddaughter thing.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, endings. So
there's
this tells
a
you the
lot.
endings you
Look
got.
at what are those two at the top?
Which ones?
The two at the top next to ending gallery. Like those seem like true ends. Those.
Oh,
ones.
yeah, there's two that's kind of hidden up here.
Shit.
I'm trying to see if, because maybe not all of them unlocked, because when I was playing some of this before, we were playing offline, so it didn't register all the achievements. But yeah, we got this ending. This is the bad end A.
Oh, there's
True
probably
end?
bad end B's though.
We missed a lot of bad end Bs or whatever. Is that what it was?
I guess. Did we ever get a bad end B? Oh yeah, we did. I see some.
Well,
Aw.
it did pretty sure it's getting all the true endings. Looks like. So, yeah,
No. Oh yeah.
Marco.
They're just in a weird order. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Feather, Yvonne.
Like they should all be in their columns.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the order, and it seems a bit weird. But what was this end? Normal end.
We didn't get a
We
feather
didn't get a lot of
bad
normal
end?
ends.
How did we not get a feather bad end?
To get the feather bad end, you probably had to tell him to like stop stealing your mana pool. When we said that he could continue using it,
Oh.
then he's like, oh well, since
So maybe in that one?
that's how you can get his. Maybe then you find out about your granddaughter.
Maybe. It's like, oh, you're just like your granddaughter.
So
Like,
yeah,
what?
maybe we'll do some bonus episodes, but that is the main playthrough right there of SoulSet at last.
Which of these pictures do you like best?
Unless there is some like really secret ending, which is up here, which there could be. This game has surprised me many times already
Yep.
with how long it's gone on for and how many secret things it has in it. So I wouldn't
Wait,
be
there's a
surprised.
bad
I wouldn't
end
put it past them.
C? Look,
What?
Apris has a C.
There were a lot of bad ends on Apris's
my
route.
God.
There was a lot of ways that could go wrong, if you recall.
There's no bad end A.
We didn't get the bad end. It's
Jesus
probably this
Christ.
one. See what I mean? There's so much.
Apris.
So much can go wrong in this. But yeah. What I'm guessing is maybe it's here. This is Marco. Yvonne, there's a bad end
B.
B. And
Or
then
no,
the true
normal.
end.
We didn't get normal.
Or a normal end.
Yeah.
And then the true end.
True. And then
this
Apris
is
A. Bad.
B.
B, C. normal,
true.
true.
A, B, normal, true. A, B, normal, true. That's how it's going. Okay, I see
A.
now. A bed and A.
So
yeah.
we know which ones we missed.
So we know what we could get now that I've finally realized how to interpret this correctly.
I know.
So
It's because some of them have like different amounts. Like Apris has 50
Well, then
endings.
there are these two up here apparently,
know.
which I guess there is something else.
Oh,
There's still something else in this. Well, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to figure out what the hell happened with our granddaughter, because obviously there are a couple of rats. It's probably gonna be feathers that we find out about
Probably.
that.
I don't know. I mean, it could definitely be Apris's bed and A that we find out all the secrets.
It could be that too. Who knows? But for now, we'll be signing off and saying we hoped you enjoyed this game, SoulSet. Unless, I mean, I guess it's like the main part of the playthrough that's over with. I don't know if there is going to be something else or not. If there is, we'll certainly have videos of that, but we'll have bonus videos, I guess, for the other normal and bad endings that we missed.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is a super secret route, then you'll certainly see that as well at some point. So anyway, until the next time, guys, farewell.